crazy like Beatrix now.
Nosha's yet to show us like a different hero.
Go crazy with the Beatrix. Nosha's talking. That's great. Oh, Moskov. Okay, this is what I did not expect.
Huh. Moskov getting picked up quite quickly for all of them so far. I feel like majority of their composition would really be relying on some of the damage coming out from the Leomord, hoping that Nosha would have enough time. But there's just a lot of players rotating on the other side, and another Joy is going to be completing a composition. A Joy, you heard it from the other side. The frustration of mid.
Hey, freelance. I was supposed to say freestyle.
Because you are freelance.
Oh, right.
Well, we're going to be freestyling all the way to game number 1. Both teams, Twisted Minds and AP BREN, are going to be looking for some points to boost themselves up into the standings even more. But for Twisted, they've had some quite familiar heroes that they have been using all throughout the season. But for AP BREN, they are using that one magic bullet, and James Banks picking up this Joy. It hasn't worked for them over the course of time. What's going to be the difference now?
I do hope that it works now, honestly, but it's so difficult.
Oh, it's an early skirmish that we're seeing that'll convert into a first blood. Everything goes down, and James Banks picks up a double.
Hold on now.
Hold on. Let him cook.
Let him cook, chat.
Okay, wait.
2 kills in the first minute. All right, you don't want to see that ever if you're Twisted Minds.
Yeah, it was a really good swerve, putting the backside in roam, and now they're just accelerating every single movement. Flicker forced out from Sean. James Banks, just look at him, not even afraid to go up against Lansu and MP the King. Oh, by the way, Flicker's in, tries to go for the chase, but now gets punished by AP BREN.
Oh, things are looking amazing for AP BREN. They have been styling on Twisted in the first minute and 30.
Unbelievable. I mean, Lansu, come on. We all know you're not gonna be able to get a kill, even with that flicker. I mean, it's exciting if he was able to pull it off. But we kind of know that it will never be enough. However, that disaster start for Twisted Minds is effectively erasing what we're saying about how greedy the lineup of AP BREN's School of Witchcraft and Wizardry is.
Yeah, I think it's important for them to pick up something first.
Oh, what a response! He's not even able to walk to the turtle. Twisted Minds just immediately take the best possible pickup available. While KelVJ going in, Phantom Steed already committed. MP the King securing the turtle. There's a knock from the title strike. MP the King goes down. Tracy next. 2 members taken out from Twisted Minds.
Dude, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think AP BREN has one hero in mind, and it's always MP the King.
Yes.
Take him down as much as you could.
Yes. I will not correct you there because you are already correct. The fact that AP BREN still fought in the turtle, despite not having their jungler, kind of tells us that they just want to fight. And to be fair, you can see KelVJ is 1-0-4. Before that happened, he was already very tanky, very beefy. They output so much damage, and Aqua actually copied the right hero, MP the King, with the Phantom Steed being copied by this Valentina, means that the damage output is just so immense under that turret. And even when this Basha is not a jungler, the benefit you get out of him being from a roaming position is that he actually outputs so much damage, even with just skill 1 and skill 2.
Dude, then all of a sudden, the Alice Red 3 started to make a lot more sense. So you were thinking about the Baksha not getting picked up in the first phase, but for AP BREN, they had a lot of things on their mind, but they placed it all at the right time to develop this 1.2k gold lead. Sean finally picking up that first item of his, but Twisted Minds is having a hard time trying to make some moves around the map because of how fast AP BREN has been rotating.
Yeah, and Nova is already like way ahead of the pack, way ahead of Tracy. Now, this Kalea Blue 2 being picked up is now being punished by AP BREN. The fact that they are now just tanking up, and Shijo does have the Purify, so it will now be more difficult for the Kalea to actually have a game in this particular matchup.
Yeah, at least for MP the King, he's not as behind, especially in terms of levels. If you look at the gold, I think there is only like a 200 to 300 difference existing between these two junglers. So he's pretty much still able to do his job. It's just that when the team fights do break out, AP BREN, they're not the kind of lineup who puts themselves in a position that you could just easily go for if you're looking at Tracy.
Yeah, I think they're just maximizing on the fact that Nosha is still not going to be part of the fight for the first 5 minutes, and they're working their butts off to cut all possible edges here for the side of Twisted Minds as AP BREN slowly closing in on this turtle.
Okay, Kill VJ actually really tanky now. They will be the ones starting out this fight. There goes the Phantom Steed yet again. Throne of Ruin 2 as James Pack secures the turtle. SOD landing. You see AP BREN going all out in this team fight.
Wow.
And it's just Kill VJ left going for the chase. Does he actually want to go for this? Okay, now he gets punished.
Oh, that is quite painful for KelVJ. He didn't need to pop off that flicker. He was going to die anyway, but AP BREN still manages to get a major objective.
Major objective, a kill for James Banks, and then Shizu was part of that trade, surviving with a sliver of HP. Everything's working well for AP BREN right now. They don't need to be ahead this much against Twisted Minds, but they are, and all they have to do right now is just to stabilize. Make sure that KelVJ will get that second item, come the the third turtle, or maybe even the Lord. Just get all of those beefy items that you need. I feel like you need some sort of radiant armor on KelVJ pretty soon, so that they will not get bursted down, and that will allow AP BREN to have more control around the objectives.
Yeah, this is getting tough for Tracy though. Aside the fact that he's already 0-3, like who do you really wanna go for the Tsunami Slam?
Yeah. There's no target now.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to do. I mean, you're looking at a Purify Aqua, 7 assists. Shizu's Purify is going to be coming up next as well. And AP BREN, it feels like they have been winning these mini games around the map. Just like that, Aqua, even with a Tsunami Slam, is going to be escaping quite well. And these mini games that AP BREN has been winning is helping them get to the peak of their composition.
And now, speaking of peak of the composition, I feel like for AP BREN, they will just have to wait for items now. Yeah, that's, I believe that is eventually going to be Radiant Armor for KelVJ as well. And then for the Valentina, I feel like you kind of need some sort of sustain as well, because now for AP BREN, they don't want to really burst down the heroes of Twisted Minds. They can if they want to go that route, but I feel like the better option for them is to go for sustain, especially because Twisted Minds comp, they can eventually run out of burst.
Okay, Tracy looking for that title strike, knocks up 2. There goes the Mystic Gush as well, but it's still James Pax securing this objective. And now Lanza gets isolated, forced out to flicker. Twisted Minds don't seem like they're prepared to take on this fight just yet.
But you saw the nod of approval coming out from Coach G. It seems like it is all going according to plan.
Am I saying that right? The coaches have their own heart rate monitors as well?
Oh, I did not know that.
Because there's like a heart rate monitor for Coach G.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
He seems pretty chill too. I wonder how it feels like to have that while you're just watching. Maybe it even increases in terms of heart rate compared to the players. But hey, for AP BREN, they're looking good right now. From 1.8, they're slowly building it up even more, 2.1.
Yeah, look at this lead between both cores of Twisted Minds and AP BREN slowly ballooning up, and it's Shizu being untouched so far.
I think majority of that gold lead comes from the gold laners, and I feel like that's very important for AP BREN, especially in those team fights.
AP BREN are also controlling the river in a very correct manner. Look at this, they have changed their lanes drastically. The mid laner and the XP laner now controls the mid. Nova, obviously, with this backshot will just control the river. And both side lanes are now being occupied by the scaling heroes of AP BREN. It's going to be the Joy for the top lane and, of course, the jungle. And then the Claude is just going to be pushing turrets. I feel that what you can expect from Shizu is that he's going to be in the lanes where the turrets will be available for them to take.
But slowly and surely, Twisted Minds is going to be taking a bit more of those gold, and Nosha quite surrounded.
Oh, he skips the Spear of Misery and the title strike, gets to reach Nosha still. Aqua takes the kill, but that's the gold laner down for Twisted Minds as Tracy's doing his best just to escape, gets knocked back. Mystic Gush as a response as the other members of Twisted Minds catch up too, and miraculously, MP the King somehow finding trades for Twisted Minds.
The hero usually arrives late to the scene, but MP has managed to turn disaster into destiny.
Oh, this is always the problem I see with AP BREN. They look disconnected. James Pax, the way that you see his hero move, you know that he's gonna get out of there. I think the shot call for AP BREN was, get out. We're happy with the Nosha trade, let's get out of there. But they stayed, and now AP BREN not only have lost one of their two of their heroes, in fact, but also the Purify onto Aqua. You don't want to see this if you're AP BREN. Still, they do have an immense amount of lead. James Max is still very scary at this point, but mistakes like that can really cost you your lead.
Yeah, it comes to a point, 40 seconds before the Purify of Aqua is actually going to be available again, but it seems like AP BREN are ready to go for this fight. 2.2k gold lead. Look at Nova making a U-turn at back.
And they're making an entrance, and MP the King steals away the Lord. SOD lands too. We're seeing Nausha join this fight, and James Max is the first to fall alongside Shizu. No damage available for AP BREN. Nova all alone up against 4, and the team fight is split into 2, but it's a win for Twisted Minds.
Twisted says call an ambulance, but not for us. They're just giving a bloodbath to AP BREN after that 2k gold lead.
Oh man, it's the composition of Twisted Minds. Their 5v5 fights are just so good, and how the mighty have crumbled. AP BREN, oh my goodness, one mistake was all it took.
Oh, it's a blunder for the Bees. Now they're backed into a corner after landing those punches, those hooks one by one. Here they go again.
Aqua steals away the Tsunami Slam, but it's just gonna be Lansu, not even using his ultimate nor the flicker, because he knows he could just walk out of that. The Lord marching down bottom. KLVJ going in alongside Shizu with a blazing duet. Did he really want to take on this fight? That's a multiple match setup. And there you see how Tracy just denies the entry. James Max falls down too. Twisted Minds were just ready to protect each other.
Oh, that was just all Tracy looking at the front lines. Now it's going to be AP BREN on the chase. They're going to stop it at that. The siege comes into a halt, but Twisted Minds is now holding the biggest goal lead of his game number 1.
Oh, unbelievable stuff coming out from Tracy. You would think that Twisted Minds have all their fight taken away from them, but Twisted Minds have found an opening with Tracy once again, especially the bottom lane team fight where the peel was great. We can see through the replay what happened in this Lord fight, as Shizu did not even pop his Purify. Unfortunately, because of that, it was very awkward for James Max, because I think he was waiting for the Blazing Duet for him to also go with the Claude so that they can take on the members of Twisted Minds. But because of the fact that Shizu did not pop the Blazing Duet and the Purify and Slash Ore of the two important buttons that he needs to click during that moment, that was the problem for AP BREN. But now Twisted Minds, of course, we cannot deny the fact that they have been playing well. MP the King is so clutch, and so is Tracy. And Nausha is just so dependable on this Moskov.
Yeah, that positioning coming out of Nausha after that bot lane team fight went onto the hands of Twisted Minds after he stayed safe in the middle of everybody just punching each other out. And AP BREN, now Shizu is almost tied up, or maybe is trailing behind the gold lead of Nausha, and this now makes it difficult because what they started from, or where they started from in the first 2 minutes is long gone.
And I still cannot believe MP the King did that just now. He literally used the Phantom Steed a couple units away just for the stun, and steals away the objective when in fact every single member of both AP BREN and Twisted Minds were around the Lord pit.
It's not even a stun, it's like more of a nudge actually. It's like, you know, you get knocked off your feet for a bit. But now AP BREN, they still have a lot of strength when it comes to their team fighting, as long as they click their right buttons, I feel like.
And find the right targets. Lord cut down.
Okay, here goes the Phantom Steed once more! The first pickup is actually KLVJ. AP BREN lose their setup. Shizu goes in, stun, and there's the Purify, but it was enough. AP BREN secured the objective, but Nausha still catches up and finds Nova.
1 for the price of 3. They may have gotten the Lord, but it's now going to be Twisted Minds, full 5-man squad, knocking down the middle.
It's James Max, Aqua, and Nova assigned, or it's not even Nova. Nova's also taken down. The Lord fortunately spawns ahead of time, but there are minions alongside Twisted Minds. They do not